From now until the end of this year, you'll either have 4 months of progress or 4 months of excuses. The choice is yours. Hi, my name is Lydie. I'm a UK doctor, and on this channel, my best friend and I share insights on all things productivity, self-development, and adulthood. And in today's video, we'll be talking about how to make the right choices to stop wasting your life. To clarify definitions for the sake of this video, wasting your life refers to not living to your full potential, letting time slip by without purpose, and ultimately facing regret for the opportunities you didn't take and the progress you didn't make. And the first thing to avoid to stop wasting your life is lack of commitment, or in other terms, a source of intolerance towards minimal inconvenience. Something that I believe is an absolute epidemic amongst Gen Z. The normalization of jumping ship at the most minimal inconvenience is a characteristic that may manifest itself when it comes to trying that new workout plan, starting a new job, or even trying that new hobby. This inability to stick to something just because it doesn't prioritize our comfort leads us to becoming very indecisive. And essentially, you never stick around long enough to build resilience, consistency, and character. And you can find yourself getting into the cycle where you're wishing for things, but it's not actually coming into fruition. You wish you could cook, you wish you was consistent with the gym, you wish you could keep a job for 6 months, but you're not actually building up the characteristics that you need to sustain that particular thing. You need to make sure that you're actually working for the things that you're wishing for or dreaming of, or you end up living a life of no substance, where you can't really grasp that thing that you are after. It won't happen overnight, but if you quit, it won't happen at all. It's important that you're making intentional choices that leads to personal development, fulfillment, and a lifestyle that is satisfying. But one thing we tend to forget is that these so-called intentional choices need to be made consistently to produce that cumulative results that you are after. In life, there's always going to be circumstances that you're not a huge fan of, whether it's that work colleague that annoys you, a commute that's not very favorable, or even a workout plan that's difficult to stick to. It's so important to push through. One life mantra that I live by is nothing good comes easy, and I think I got that from a Disney movie or something. But genuinely, nothing good that is worthwhile is going to come to you without some sort of minimal inconvenience. So Gen Z, please stop quitting at the sight of minimal discomfort or minimal inconvenience. You're going to end up missing out on a blessing that's in store for you. The situation may not be ideal, but you do have some input on your perspectives or things that you might put in place to make the situation a bit easier for you. With the example I gave with the workout plan, if it's difficult to push through, you may want to get an accountability. You may want to ask one of your friends to be your gym buddy to make it a bit easier for you. If it's that work colleague that's super annoying, you may want to be more intentional about ensuring that you don't cross their paths, or that you kind of keep to a space that they aren't necessarily disturbing your peace. If it's a commute that isn't the most favorable, is there someone you can car share with? Is there a time you can leave your house to avoid morning traffic? And this kind of attitude of, okay, I really need this, but to get to that finish line, there's a bit of inconvenience I need to pass through. How can I make this situation a bit more favorable for myself? Leads me perfectly onto my next point, which is passivity. This one may ruffle some feathers, but linked to the point above, we can't always blame external factors for our unhappiness. You need to be proactive because complaining will only achieve so much. Obviously, based on circumstance and context, it's your decision to take elements of your own happiness into your hands. If I was able to come out of medical school with the opportunities I did, the memories I made, and even the friends I picked up along the way, it's because I had to be proactive. I didn't want my reality to be 5 years of complaining and being sad because of an intense degree that I chose to do. Yes, it's intense. Yes, it isn't easy. Yes, there are elements of it that are challenging, but I had to make the decision to insert pockets of happiness into my week, into my life, to ensure that these external factors or these negative factors that came along with the degree did not dictate my entire experience. And this is a practice that I'm even taking forward into my career, trying to insert pockets of happiness into my life. I try my best even now to try and find joy in the mundane, to try and find joy in my full-time job, because at the end of the day, I can't keep crying and complaining about the NHS. I simply don't have the emotional capacity for that. Some people say what's meant for you will come to you, and to be honest, that's not always the case. If you believe that a given pathway or purpose is for you, what plans have you put in place to position yourself? to put yourself in those rooms, to provoke the situation, to get yourself around the relevant people. At the end of the day, life doesn't happen by accident. One of my pastors once said this at church: life is an accumulation of different decisions and choices that we make intentionally and sometimes unintentionally. But life does not happen by accident. Everything that has come together today to make you you, elements of it did not happen by accident. You had to make certain decisions to be where you are today and to be who you are today. For some, passivity or lack of proactiveness can mean not seizing opportunities that come your way. Whether it's due to fear, indecisiveness, laziness, letting opportunities pass you by can result in an unfulfilled life, especially if this is a continuous thing. This could be in your career, relationships, or personal development. So if this is speaking to you, you really need to believe that you deserve so much more than you are allowing yourself to access. And I hope that for your own sake, you tap into that. Wasting your life can also manifest in the form of not using your time effectively. Whether it's through procrastination, spending your time on unimportant activities, or even failing to prioritize what truly matters to you. Poor time management leads to a life where days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and months turn into years without any sort of significant progress or development. Time is a valuable resource that is more important than you think, and it also dictates more than you probably think as well. At some point, you have to be real with yourself about the gap between the life that you want to live and the life that your daily habits are leading you towards. What are you doing in your spare time? What are you committing yourself to? Who or where are you choosing to spend your time? How do you spend your time outside of work or studies? Your daily habits should be moving you towards your goal and not away. And please guys, this goal doesn't refer to anything tangible like a car or a house or a position and an accomplishment. It can be something as simple as wanting peace and happiness in your life. What are you doing to get to that point? So if you don't want life to pass you by or essentially waste your life, keep on top of your time, because whether you like it or not, our lives are divided into intervals, whether it's morning and night, summer or winter, Q1 or Q4. It's all about time and what we do with it, so make it count. If there are areas in your life that currently feel stuck and you kind of want to change that, be sure to check out this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments down below what you want me to make a video on next. I'll be sure to see you in a new video next week. Bye!